Welcome back. Last time I told you 5 things that are quietly keeping you broke. Today, 5 more. And fair warning, at least one of these might annoy you because it's something you're actually kind of proud of. Let's get into it. Same theme as last time, worth repeating. It's rarely the $2,000 mistake that ruins people financially. It's the $60 mistakes nobody notices, month after month, quietly capping how much money you're ever able to keep. Item 6. Food delivery apps. DoorDash and Uber Eats felt like magic a few years ago. These days, the actual math is rough. Restaurants often price items higher inside the app than in person. Then you stack a delivery fee, a service fee, sometimes a small order fee, and then you tip on top of all of it. Say a meal is $12 in the restaurant. By the time it shows up in the app with fees and tip, you can easily be looking at $19 or $20 for the same food. That's not a convenience charge anymore. That's basically a 60% markup for someone to drive it to your door. If you want delivery food, pick it up yourself when you can. Your wallet notices the difference faster than you'd think. Item 7. High fee funds in your 401k. This one's about investing, so stay with me. It's simpler than it sounds. A lot of people have money sitting in actively managed mutual funds inside their 401k, where a manager is picking stocks and charging around 0.8% to 1.5% a year for the privilege. Meanwhile, a basic low-cost index fund tracking the S&P 500 often charges around 0.03%. That difference sounds tiny. It is not. Say you have $200,000 invested, growing at a steady 7% a year for 25 years. In the low-fee fund, you could end up somewhere around $1 million. In the higher fee fund, purely from fees eating into growth, you could end up $150,000 to $200,000 lower, even if the underlying performance was identical. That's real money. Gone. Just from what you're paying to hold the investment. Go check what you're actually invested in inside your 401k right now. If you see an expense ratio anywhere near 1%, look for a lower cost index option in the same plan. Item 8. Extended warranties. You buy a laptop or a TV, and right at checkout, someone offers you 2 years of extra protection for $150 or $200. Here's what they don't lead with. If you already have a decent credit card, there's a real chance it already extends the manufacturer's warranty by a year for free as a built-in benefit. And extended warranties are famous for fine print exclusions that conveniently don't cover the exact way your thing actually breaks. Before you buy one, check what your card already covers. A lot of the time, you're paying extra for protection you already had. Item 9. Spending to look a certain way. The $300 workout set, the $18 smoothie with a celebrity's name on it, the bag on a payment plan, the table you rented at a club for $2,000 just to say you had one. None of that builds your net worth. Not a dollar of it. And the wild part about being broke in America right now is that the actual gap between on track and completely stuck is often just a few $100s a month, not thousands. Simple gut check before a purchase like this. Would you still want it if literally nobody else could see you have it? If yes, fine. That's just a preference. If the honest answer is no, that's worth sitting with for a second. Item 10. Concerts and experiences. Concerts and honestly, most big live events. 10 years ago, a solid concert ticket ran you somewhere between $50 and $100. These days, by the time you add service fees, processing fees, a facility fee for a digital ticket that requires zero facility, plus parking or rideshare and drinks once you're inside, a lot of shows quietly land in the $200 to $400 range for one night. If live music actually matters to you, a smaller local show is often the better trade anyway. $20 to watch an up-and-coming artist in a 300-person room can genuinely beat $400 in the nosebleeds of a stadium. So that's 10 things across 2 videos, quietly costing you more than they're worth in 2026. You're not going to cut all 10 overnight, and you don't need to. Pick the one that stung the most watching this, and just fix that one this month. That's the whole move. I post a new video every week breaking down stuff exactly like this. So if any of this actually helped, subscribing means you catch the next one. And I want to know, out of all 10 across both videos, which one is your number one? Tell me in the comments. I actually read them.